Hi, this is Garibay, and today we're going to be talking about Baldurs Gate, Descent into Avernus, and what the existence of this book means for Dungeons & Dragons. So, Baldurs Gate, Descent into Avernus is the newest storyline adventure that will be created for 5th edition. It is a historically significant adventure, and the reason why is I feel the entire Dungeons & Dragons community dodged a bullet, and that was the Magic the Gathering Dungeons & Dragons setting. So Zendikar came out Ravnica. The Ravnica Dungeons & Dragons setting book came out. It was the only Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition setting book to get a 1st edition, 2nd edition, 3rd edition, 4th edition treatment as a setting. Every other Dungeons & Dragons setting for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition has been, here's an adventure salted with a setting, whereas in every other edition of the game, we had a situation where it was, hey, here's your setting book, and maybe there's an adventure in it, right? So 5th edition completely inverted that, right? So Ravnica got this really special treatment, and I was very worried that was it. That was all she wrote. Some suit at Hasbro Gaming figured out that they could make Magic the Gathering settings the official setting for Dungeons & Dragons, and I thought for sure, man, that's it. Forgotten Realms is done. Everything's done. We're just going to have these new Magic the Gathering settings for Dungeons & Dragons. Now, the reason why a Hasbro Gaming suit would decide to do that is because it's incredibly cheap, right? Most of the writing's already done. All the artwork's already done. Ravnica was one of the books that was easiest to make, was one of the hardbacks that was easiest to make for Dungeons & Dragons, because they already had a lot of the material. Ravnica was already written, a good bit of it, and the art was already existing from the game, right? So they could have just given us, Zendikar, they could have given us Ixalan, and we could have just gotten more and more and more of these setting books. Now, with Baldur's Gate, Descent into Avernus, we are returning to, Storm King's Thunder. We are returning to, Suncoast, the Suncoast Adventure book. We're returning to the Strahd Adventure book. That same format, right? So that's exciting, and I'm happy about this. I really did not like the Ravnica book, and I think it's a terrible idea for the community and for game designers. It was having Magic Gathering settings for specifically for Dungeons & Dragons. It doesn't serve anybody but the suits at Wizards of the Coast. So this was a really, really good change for us. I think this is, and we can all, essentially, Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus it says a whole lot of things. One, it says that Hasbro Gaming is listening to the fans, and the fans, they voted with their feet and they walked clear away from Ravnica. I don't think that book sold well. I don't think I don't think it brought almost any Magic Gathering players over, and I don't think any real D&D fans really liked it. The closest thing I saw was that there was there were specific Dungeons & Dragons commentators who have really big channels with tens of thousands of subscribers. One of those commentators begrudgingly came over and did a whole 20-minute video saying the Ravnica book doesn't suck. That was the best coverage that book got, right? At the YouTube D&T commentator level. It was really, so we can all breathe a sigh of release. We dodged a bullet. It looks like the Magic the Gathering settings are not going to be made into the official Dungeons & Dragons settings, and I, for one, am happy to see that. I'm very glad that is the case, because that would have made me sad if that had went a different direction. That's my opinion. I'd love to hear your opinion on the subject. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.